Hey, this is Dad Random, and today I decided to do a kind of a thorough unboxing of the DJI Air 2S. So I thought it'd be appropriate because I've flown both the Air 2 and the Air, and now I'm going to be flying the Air 2S, and I want my immediate reaction to what it is, how it's built, so I can give you my my true feelings of what this looks like in the box. So as you can see, it's it's not been open. So let's go ahead and we'll split the seal for the first time. Now, one of my immediate reactions to the Air 2S when I first received it was how heavy the box was. It really surprised me that the box was as heavy as it is. And I think a lot of this is just the packaging weight, and they decided to make it sturdy. They seem like they do that on all their products. Now this is kind of new here. This little tab. It's kind of interesting. I've already cut it, but there we go. It's just two strips of security tabs. All right. So this is the Fly More combo. I actually got it because of this bag. They make it so it fits snugly in here, and this is really handy. So like I said, I'm going to be doing some traveling this summer, and because of that traveling, I'm going to need a travel case, and it's nice to have one when you're going through airports that's clearly marked that there's a drone inside. Many of the times the TSA sees many of these. This isn't going to be the first one they'll ever see. So getting through checkpoints and security is going to be way easier with this for flying. And I will fly on the airplane with this bag. I'll bring it with me. I'll put it inside of another bag and anything else I use as my carry-on. So, all right, there we go. So let's go ahead and then open the box. All right. All right. Okay, this is Dad Random. Let's go ahead and open up the actual box. This is very similar to both the DJI FPV and the Air 2. So I'm gonna. Right now, there's not a lot except for just the weight. I don't remember the weight. Maybe it's because the minis were all boxed this way. So here we go. Now, it comes just like the minis come, where you get the nice case. And remember to look in all of the zipper pockets. This is the rear zipper pocket. I used to use this one for putting all of my filters in. This one does come with filters, which is kind of a nice feature that DJI has added. Wow, that's kind of cool. Do you see how they put the setup guide right inside of here? Now, this is going to be requiring me to do a bunch of firmware updates, I believe, for the batteries and that kind of thing. So right away, I'm going to go up today, go through, make sure the firmware is up to date, check through the batteries. But this is always my reference guide. I also will do a couple of flights with each battery, just to make sure, just to get just to make sure that the batteries do not have any flaws in them or anything like that. Before I do any what I would consider to be experimental flight, I will do several flights and give you my initial reaction. So that'll be coming. All right. So this is this box that's labeled accessories, and just like a lot of DJI products, this is, look at that. I think this is even done better. I think they've had definitely some meetings about how they're going to present this. So this, I'm believing, is I've got a bunch of these. There's your USB-C cable. This is our filters. So this is definitely the ND filters, and then all of your extra props. And this one has props labeled A and B. These are all B props on the top, and all A props are on the bottom. And let's see, let's count them. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 B props and 6 A props. So that's kind of nice. Oh. Well, now they've separated them all, but it's kind of cool how they package everything this way. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back in the box. You've got the, looks like the, this would be your main manual. It's got all your languages. This one was hard to read because it's so small. And this is the Accessories User Guide. This gives you basically a quick guide to just snapping on your filters, successfully putting your batteries together, and any downloads. So let's go ahead and put that back in there. We'll set that out. Here we go. Let's go on into the DJI bag. Is there any differences with this bag and any other bag? One of the things I'm seeing right away is it does feel a little bit heavier. I mean, I'm used to the Mini, but it did take a lot of weight out. This packaging here probably weighs upwards of 60 grams, maybe even close to 100 grams in just stuff. Probably more than that, probably about 100. So as far as travel weight, this is very much like a DSLR camera weight. So you've got the carry strap. I wish they would put something on here so I could disconnect the carry strap. I really don't use the carry strap ever, and all it does is it gets entangled in things. So it would be nice to be able to disconnect the carry strap if possible at some future date. All right, so the top of the carry strap, you've got this zipper. Most of us have had this or a DJI Air or a Mini know how that works. Probably the one that you got to watch out for is this zipper here. Just make sure that you look in here. And this time they left it empty. I think they did that because a lot of people were contacting them and going, hey, I can't find this or I can't find that. So, but this is one of those places that you can store those things. There is a space. Now, one of the things you're saying, well, I can't store anything because it's so tightly packed. But this one, you do have space in there. So this is the controller, I believe. Let's see if it doesn't have a label on it, but my guess is they package separately. Now, this is the battery box. That's right. They have a box that has the 3 flight batteries. So you've got your power cables, your battery brick, and you've got battery 1. This is your accessory charging adapter. Now I'll go ahead and open that up for you. I never really used this adapter, but it is very handy if you do have a need. I'll go ahead and open that piece up there. I rarely use this. There it is right there. And this will clip on to the top of one of your batteries. So there's that adapter there. Little spacer. And then this is battery 2. Battery 3 is inside of your quad. So here are your batteries right there. Battery box. Go ahead and put that to the side. Controller, finally. One of probably the best improvements of all of the DJI line is this controller. And this controller is, I like these silky bags they use. And there it is. Looks exactly like the Air controller. Air 2 looks like the Mavic Mini 2. There's your sticks. Go ahead and show you how easy those go on. I didn't see an extra set of sticks in here, but it does say in the combo that it does come with them. So there's your sticks, and very handily packaged phone mount. And I just you pull out. It comes with the Apple adapter. Very nice. This one has the scroll wheel and the function button set up for holding down and then doing a zoom, which is really nice. Return to home and pause. Your 3-function speed, Cine, normal and sport mode. And then there's your camera video button right there. So very cool. Take a picture, roll video, start and stop film right there. But everything else looks pretty much the same. USB-C charging port. Very nice. I really like the compactness of this, and I like the feel and function of it. I really do. I think it was a huge step up from the first controller, and no complaints. DJI quality all the way. But the Air 2S is what we are unboxing right now. So we'll go ahead and put the controller up on there for you. And let's go ahead and look at the drone. I don't think there's anything else in the box. Let's go ahead and make sure. Oh yeah, you got to make sure that there's your charging hub. They didn't spend a lot of money on this hub, but it's very simple, and that's, I think, the genius in it. It's just having something simple, and it doesn't take up a lot of space. When we're traveling today, weight is always a concern. So there it is, our charging hub. Let's go ahead and put that aside. And let's go ahead and, okay, there's the empty bag right there. Extra pockets, sliding documentation in. And this foam piece, I suggest you keep this foam piece inside of the bag for a couple of reasons. One is it keeps the drone from just moving around a lot. So when you are traveling, it's important to keep this thing secure in there. Some people have trouble putting it on right, so you can do it that way. Obviously, some people actually even keep these pieces. I just leave the props on. I package it and then I travel with the props on. So, but if you put it on like this and you slide it in, it will slide in easier if you take the foam piece out. So, I'm going to keep these for now. Put those in the box. All right, so immediate reaction to the quad. She is nice and hefty. I mean, you can tell the difference quickly between a DJI drone and any other drone right away from just taking it apart. That's why when I do hold a drone from another company, I feel it, and I think most of us do. And this thing has good, solid plastic. The motor mounts are the best. Look at this though. Look at the difference. Look at the difference in the front. Look at that. That is cool. And if you look at the angle, you get those sensors facing forward that you have to fly. I mean, look at that. That thing really is cruising with those sensors up into the wind. But you look inside and you look at how the construction of the quad is, and then when you open and shut, everything is nice and solid. You can hear that, can't you? So there's the two tops, and these will fold out and down. So there it is. Same sensor alignment on the bottom. I'm guessing since I did have heat issues with this, I'm going to have the same heat issues. I did not expect this to be different, but it's going to fly stable, and it is going to have what I consider to be the money shot. Let's go ahead and let's remove this tag right here. Open up the box, to what everybody pretty much bought this thing for. And if you're going to make something better or different, you're going to have to upgrade the money end of this deal, which is that camera. Look at that. That is huge. That is a massive camera. So if you look at my hand, and you look at there's get the sun in there. Look at the size of my hand. You look at that that gimbal and that camera. It is really big. A lot of people are making comments about the camera itself. Does it matter the material they use? I think for weight it does. I think you can really drop a lot of weight by using plastic. But the materials that DJI use are very specific. They choose things for form and function. There's your 2 rear sensors. And this thing is supposed to be the cat's meow when it comes to tracking. So very impressed. Go ahead and snap off the battery bay. Haven't done anything to the batteries yet. Let me get that out of the sun. That's why I wanted to get up this morning a little early. DJI Air 2S, there it is. Very, very nice. Let's look at the ports. There is my SD card slot right there. And now, I have not read or watched any videos concerning the size of the card. I'm guessing a 256 gig card will fit in here. It would make no sense that that would not be the fact. I've got a 128 I'll be flying this one with. High-speed card. And let's see, we got another port over here. There is your USB-C port right there. I rarely use this USB-C port. I think a lot of people maybe uses it, but I don't. I always rely on removing and replacing the card and plugging it in directly. But there it is. Take off some of these little pieces of, take this off the camera right here. Right there off the gimbal. It's not doing anything anyways right now. Protecting the paint maybe. And we'll go ahead and see how easy it is to put the gimbal cover on. That's always been one. Oh, look at that. There's a little slotted vent down there. And does that look like there's air that can come through here? Down in here, right there I'm talking about. No. Looking for airflow. And it sits in there really nice. I don't see any... I don't see anything to raise any alarm bells. Let's see how easy it is to replace the gimbal. There it is. So that was snapped in there really nice. Let's see, putting it back in the bag. Okay, fold up the rear arms, drop top arms. Remember, now if you do know your orientation, bulb of this will go in, drone will go out. And like I suggest, a lot of people will remove the props. You know, I don't know what it would take to I think maybe on its first trip, I might leave the props out just for all the bumping that this thing's going to be taking, and then putting the rubber protectors on the top to protect the motor posts. I don't know if they'll stay on. If they don't, that's okay. Put that in there just for now. And, well, there it is. All right, let's go ahead and take it out. Throw those back in there. I'd rather have it ready to go, ready to fly. So, all right, here we go. Let's set her down. Let's set her down. So there it is, the Mavic Air 2S in all of its glory. Hope you were able to really see this drone in its entirety, looking at its size, looking at its form and function. It's going to be great from its appearance, and hope you enjoyed this. Hope you learned a little bit about what you're going to get, and A little bit about the quality changes. I don't see anything except a quality change that moved slightly up. And like I said, these guys spare no expense in packaging these quads. All right, for Dad Random and the Air 2S by DJI, and of course the money end of this thing, why everybody buys it, right there, the 1-inch camera sensor. This should give us just a lot of just amazing low light shots, and that's why you want this camera. You want the biggest aperture as possible to give you the largest amount of light on the largest sensor possible, because that's how it goes down in photography. All right, so there it is, the Air 2S by DJI. All right, later and bye. Dad Random, Air 2S.